Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We review what's currently the most expensive bourbon of the Knob Creek lineup. That's right, Knob Creek 15 year. So I'm excited tonight. I love me some old bourbons, and I love me some Knob Creek. So we're going to combine those two tonight and talk a little bit about Knob Creek 15 year. There it is, the beautiful bottle with the red label, which means warning, warning, this will hurt your wallet. So this bourbon originally came out in 2020, and when it came out in 2020, it had a fancy wooden box with it, with a little slider, just like Booker's. I didn't get it. It was $100 a bottle in PA, and I thought, the $100's expensive, and I didn't get it. 2021 rolled around, and my love for Knob Creek grew and grew, and lo and behold, it no longer came with a box at all. And the price in PA, $120. And I paid the money for it. I said, what a dumbass I was for not getting it last year, and now I paid $20 more and did not get a box. And instead, this now says KC002 for the second batch of Knob Creek 15 year. And we get other fun words on this label. We get limited edition. 15, age 15 years. 100 proof, so they do water it down, unfortunately. And that's, oh, we do get a slight tasting note side here. It says tasting notes. Aromas of heavy caramel and toasted oak with hints of sweet vanilla, coconut, and light leather. The palate is smooth with rich charred oak paired with vanilla and caramel. They just said that above. The finish is warm with a touch of brown spice. Not sure what brown spice is. I don't think I have a spice in the cabinet called brown spice, but apparently that's a thing to Knob Creek. So the standard Knob Creek bottle, textured and all for easy gripping. The horrible wax that when you open it just showers everywhere. Apparently no employee ever from Knob Creek has ever gone over to the Maker's Mark facility and learned how to make correct wax. They still have not learned. Knob Creek, step up your game. Step up your game. So we're doing this review here to see if you see this on the shelf. I've actually only seen this for the $120 in PA. I've seen it out of state for also $120. And again, in 2020 it was $100. But I've seen recently some people finding this in other various states for $90, $87. Those are steals, and you should 100% jump on them if you see this for $100 or less, most likely. Now, we've had some time with this bottle. We're not quite halfway through, so we've enjoyed it. We'll say that. Alright, let's give you a few tasting notes. First, the color. I don't know. The color on this is not as dark as I would like, but again, because it's 100 proof, they did water it down, so it's not going to be the darkest thing around. Let's give it a nosing. Oh, sweet heavens. You can already tell my taste buds will be delighted just from the nose. I get oak, leather. There's some caramel, but you got to dig for it. Oh, it smells savory. My mouth is watering just smelling this. I get a slight spice note to this as well, but predominantly oak, a little bit of leather. There's some caramel. I don't really get much vanilla, or coconut, as the bottle said. I guess if I think coconut, I could pick it up, but I take that's more of actually the leather and the oak with the spice. But I could see how you might think coconut. It smells really good, I will give it that. Now this bottle's been open for quite some time, since it is now 2022 when we're filming this bottle. I did buy it in 2021. They will most likely re-release this for 2022, and it will most likely say KC003. Keep that in mind. Now, for those that say 15 years, I don't want to drink that. They will be releasing a Knob Creek 18 year in 2022. I hope to get my hands on a bottle, and I will do a comparison if I do. So, if anyone sees that or knows when that's coming out, drop me a comment or send me an email at bourbonandbill@gmail.com. Alright, let's get into the taste. It's very good. The finish is still going. For 100 proof, it's got a long finish, I will say. Immediately, oak. Immediately you're hit with oak. There is some caramel, and then there is vanilla actually in the palate. I didn't really pick it up on the nose, but it's basically oak, caramel, and vanilla. In that order. And then there's a little bit of spice at the end, but a good finish. Very oaky. If you don't like oaky bourbons, you will not enjoy this. Those that like the 12 year, that's more well balanced. This more leans towards heavily aged bourbons. So if you don't like heavily aged bourbons with the oak and the leather, it's not for you. I will say that. It's right up my alley though, I will say. Oh, what's that? Now in the nose we're starting to get just a few dark red fruits. This bourbon is one that requires some teasing out to get what I consider some very dark fruit notes on this. Let's take one more sip. Very good. It's very deep, dark, and rich. The oak is there. The second sip, I started to get a little bit of those fruits. They're not very predominant, but they are in there in the middle of the palate. Very dark red fruits. I wouldn't say cherry, more like a strawberry or like a plum maybe perhaps in the middle there. It's very good, but make no mistake about it, oak is the predominant flavor here. Should you spend the money? 100, 120. If you like well-aged bourbon, spend the money. It's worth it. If you don't enjoy oak and well-aged bourbon, then don't spend the money on this. It's probably not for you. That's the basis of our discussion here tonight. I would say it's a buy. At $120, I wish they had kept it at $100, which is what it was in 2020. I think that's better for it as a price point. I think score-wise, we give it a B+. B+. It's dang delicious, but the price keeps it from being an A. I will say the price should be about $100 for this. That's what we'll say. Knob Creek, if you're watching this video, which I highly doubt, please bottle this at barrel strength. None of this 100 crap. Bottle it at 120. If you bottle this at 120, it would probably be one of the best pours around. I will say that. So there you have Bourbon Bill's opinion on this one. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. We're on our way to 300 subscribers. We're at about 260 as of the filming of this video. Please, folks, if you enjoy these videos at all, it is free to subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel. Help me get to that 1,000 so I can earn a few cents per video, which I can tell my wife is hundreds, and then that way she'll let me buy more bourbon. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.